12 years. 12 years of doctors who had no answers. 12 years spending everything she had. 12 years being rejected, ignored, considered unclean by her own community. And in that moment of total desperation, she made the boldest decision of her life. She didn't ask for permission. She didn't wait for someone to call her forward. She simply reached out her hand, and everything changed. This story is found in Mark 5 and Luke 8. And even though many of us know it, almost nobody has truly understood what happened that day. Because this isn't just the story of a miracle. It's the story of what happens when someone who has nothing left to lose decides to act in faith. Today we're going to step inside that story, to see who this woman really was, what she was risking, and what it means for us today. In first-century Jewish culture, a woman with a hemorrhage was considered ritually unclean. That meant she couldn't touch anyone. No one could touch her. She couldn't go to the temple. She couldn't participate in the social life of her community. She was completely alone. 12 years like that. The Bible says she had spent everything she had on doctors, and instead of getting better, she had grown worse. No money, no health, no human hope. But that day she heard that Jesus was passing by, and something lit up inside her. We don't know her name. The Bible doesn't tell us. But we know what she thought: if I can just touch his garment, I will be healed. She didn't say if he touches me. She said if I touch him. That difference changes everything. To reach Jesus, this woman had to push through a crowd. And for her, that was illegal. If anyone recognized her, she could be arrested, publicly humiliated. The law said a woman in her condition should not be among people, because anyone she touched would also become unclean. She knew that. And she went anyway. She pressed through the crowd, crouched down, invisible, moving centimeter by centimeter toward Jesus. And when she finally reached him, she touched the edge of his garment, just the edge. And in that instant, the Bible says the bleeding stopped. She felt in her body that she had been healed. But then something happened that must have filled her with terror. Jesus stopped and asked, "Who touched me?" His disciples looked at him confused. There was a crowd pressing in on every side. But Jesus said, "Someone touched me. I felt power go out from me." And she, trembling, came forward and fell at his feet and told him everything. Jesus could have kept walking. The miracle had already happened. She was already healed. But he stopped. He looked for her. And he waited for her to come forward. Why? Because Jesus didn't just want to heal her physically. He wanted to restore her completely. 12 years of shame. 12 years of being invisible. 12 years of no one seeing her as a person. And Jesus saw her in front of the whole crowd and said something no rabbi of that era would have said to a woman in her condition: "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." He called her daughter. He didn't reject her for touching him without permission. He didn't shame her. He called her daughter and sent her in peace. That is the heart of this miracle. It wasn't just physical healing. It was the complete restoration of her dignity, her identity, and her place in the community. What does this woman teach us today? First, that bold faith acts even when it's afraid. She didn't wait for perfect conditions. She acted in the middle of the risk. Second, that you don't need someone to invite you. She didn't wait for permission. She came forward on her own. Third, that Jesus always notices when someone truly seeks him. In the middle of a crowd pushing against him from every side, he felt the touch of one person who believed. And today, in the middle of all the noise of this world, he notices you too. It doesn't matter how many years you've been waiting. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed. It doesn't matter if you feel invisible to everyone else. Reach out your hand, even if it's just to touch the edge of the garment. If this story touched your heart, hit the like button right now. That small action helps more people find this message. And if you want biblical stories like this every week, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss one. Let me know in the comments, what area of your life do you need to reach out your hand today? God bless you. See you in the next one.